Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be piggybacking off of last week. Let me tell you what I mean. Alright, so last week I talked a little bit about the history of slap bass and just a little bit about slap bass in general and about my history with the bass. And this week I felt like I didn't want to ignore some of the stuff I talked about last week. So today I'm going to be teaching you 3 amazing beginner slap bass lines. So I don't want to delay any longer. Let's just go grab the bass and we're going to move on. Alright, so song 1 is Higher Ground by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I played this one last week, and honestly for me, I listen to a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers, so you'll probably see that throughout most of my videos. But this song, I feel like, is an amazing first song to learn because it's 3 notes played in octaves. So let me show you it and then we can work our way through it. Alright, so this is the slap line from Higher Ground. Alright, so basically this line is very easy. It is, as I said, it's 3 notes. So first, you have to figure out how you're going to do your thumb. So as I said last time, there's thumb up, thumb down, or the way I do it, which is just I let my thumb relax. I do whatever I feel like doing. So my suggestion for this one is honestly whatever you feel most comfortable with. You're only slapping on the E string, so you don't have to worry about any accuracy. So my suggestion, just do whatever you feel comfortable with. Then, for your left hand, I know you could not see that there, but in my left hand, for the first note, it's all open. So it's just a hit open up to the 2nd fret on the D string. So that is the 2nd fret on the D string, which is also an E. It is an octave E. So you'd play 1 hit on the E, and then 8th note, E to E. So what that sounds like is E, E, E. And that's that first section. So then from there, we transition into the second section, which is... So for that, once you do that first section of... You then come back down and slap that E string again. And then you come back down for the slap on your 3rd fret of your E string or your G. And that's also going to be an 8th note pattern. So what it should sound like so far. I actually played a little over because the next section is the same thing as you did before. Slap pop, where you slap again on the 3 and then pop on the 5 of the D string, which is also G. So what that should sound like putting together the first section and the second section. But the difference between the first section and the second section is that the first section, in total, you have... We don't have that last extra note. It just goes straight from to our next section, which is your A note on your... You keep it on your E string, 5th fret, and 7th fret of the D string, because it's easiest for your octaves. So what that transition should sound like from 2 to 3. So fairly easy, right? Let's play just that section together. Now, I played that a little fast, so I'm just going to slow it down for you guys. Okay? Ready? Alright, so this song is very fast. It is in 12/8 and at about 140 beats per minute. So it is a very fast song. Or, no, in 12/8 it is 80 beats per minute. If you wanted to play it in 4/4, which may be easier for you to hear, it is 140. I apologize for that. So what it should sound like at full speed, let's actually not go full speed. Let's work it up. So we're going to go a little faster than what we just did, but not full speed. Alright. Sounds good, but let's play that one more time at that same speed, just to make sure. Alright, so work with that until you feel comfortable, and then we can play together at the full speed. So I'm just going to play that one more time. You can try and play along with me. So get yourself ready. Thumb on the E string. Index finger under the D string. Make sure you're always popping with your index finger on your D string. Just makes it a little easier. So here we go. Let's play that full speed. Now, work with that until you're comfortable, because there is more to that slap line. As you heard, I played that twice when I played the original, but there's also a second variation. This is the variation. So, what you may say, oh, I didn't hear that much, but there is actually a variation. So, the first and second sections stay the same, but when you come over to the third section, you're not going to go as you did. You actually go up, down, where it's slap, pop, slap. So it adds a little fill variation style of thing there. So let's run first and second again to make sure you're doing good at full speed. Now let's work on just that third section, because you should by now be good with those first two. So third section is 5-7-5. Slap, pop, slap. So let's just practice that pretty slow. Alright, so keep practicing that. Make sure you get that section down. Then try playing a little faster. Then let's try playing just that at full speed. So you'll notice I do hold out that 7, and that's because it is kind of swung. So you're going to have a little bit of a swing tempo to it. So here we go. Let's play that entire second variation together. Let's slow that down a little bit, just in case you guys did not catch it. So here we go. Alright, let's practice that a little bit. And then let's move on to a little faster. Alright, and then we play full speed. Let's play that one more time just to make sure. Alright, now we put it together. So the transition from 5 to 1, from 3 to 1, from 3 to 0, of the three sections, section 1, section 2, section 3, of 1, 2, 3, from section 3 to section 1, it's just straight out. Straight, self-explanatory. So let's try and run these to the full riff once, fairly slow. Alright, so practice that, get practiced at that, and then let's move on to playing it at full speed. So when you play it at full speed, you really want to make sure your thumb is accurate, so you're going to want to really practice with that. If you want an exercise to practice with, throw that in the comments and I can make a video about good slap exercises to run. But for now, we're just going to play this at full speed. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that is the riff of Higher Ground. Now there are some variations. We're not going to go over that in this video just because that will be a very long video focused only on Higher Ground, because you know me, I love riffing around on this. Alright, so for song 2, as I previously stated, I'm a huge Chili Peppers fan. So song 2 is another Chili Peppers song, but don't think I'm just being biased to the Chili Peppers. These songs are just very simple slap riffs. This one's a little more advanced than Higher Ground, where in Higher Ground was just 3 different octaves. Fairly easy. This riff is Can't Stop, so I'm just going to play this for you. So as you can hear, Again, fairly easy. It sounds a little more complicated, and that's just because a few more aspects have been added in. What those aspects are, you may ask? Well, there's some ghost notes, and there's double popping. And you have to slap on the A string, so everything a little longer. So for this, you do want to have that straight out pop, or slap, sorry, or not perfected, but really well worked out, because you're going to have to be popping on the A string. So let's hop into teaching. Alright, so this song, I'm going to break again into sections, but not that easy. So first, you're going to start off in the A, so as I said before, make sure you have this down. And this actually works out, because when you're doing this, your hand naturally wants to use the middle finger as the popping finger, and that actually works out because you're popping on the G string, so you're going to want to. So this is 7th fret on the A string, followed by the 7th fret on the G string, and then the 9th fret on the G string. So what that should sound like is, so it's just slap, pop, pop. And then you go back down to that 7. So what that should sound like is, so let's try that slow. Oh, practice that, get really good at that one section, then we're going to move on to a little quicker. Now let's go full speed. Now that riff repeats itself, so once you play it the first time, you then play it again with a slight variation. Let me show you. So this is the first time. So what you'll see there is we introduce ghost notes. So what ghost notes are is you're hitting the string, but you're muting the string. So you're going to actually lift up your finger. So what you're going to do for this 7th fret thing is bar your index finger across. So you're just going to stretch your index finger. And what you do that is because then you can lift your index finger where every time you're about to pop, you just slap down again, but you're muting this string, so you're able to see this. So what you end up seeing is, so it is, that for that second verse, it's, that slap that I showed you is going into the second verse, and then pull, ghost note, slap. There you go. Great, right? So let's run that nice and slow. Alright, we're going to speed that up a little bit. Alright, let's speed that up just a tad more up to full speed. So keep practicing that at slow speeds, and we're going to run that entire first section. Alright, then transition down to section 2. You slap on that 7 again, and then move down to the 5 on the A string, or your D note. And then you play the same thing on your G string as you did before, but you're now slapping on the 5th. So you're going to have some shifting in. So instead of doing, you're just down here. If you would like to try and slap on the D string, you can. I would recommend slapping on the A string just because it makes it a little easier. And also it sounds a little nicer because this is the D string slapped. And that's versus the A string. It's a little nicer of a tone when you slap directly on the A string. And that is how Flea does it. So you're going to want to just nice and easy. And it's the same thing. So, and you notice I am switching my index finger. It is okay if you do that. It's not 100% a rule where you do it. It's just advised so you don't hurt yourself. So, again, second section. So let's slow that down. And then speed it up a little bit. And then now let's go full speed. So make sure you work on that. Then this part, incorporate the slide. You go from your 5 on your E string up to your 7 on your E string. And then you're going to pop up to that octave, which is the 9th on the D string. So it's slap, pop, pop, slap. So let's work that nice and slow. Slap, pop, pop, slap. And if you can mute it every time you slap it, that does make it sound better. So because then, once you get that small riff, you then slap again, and then you get your ghost notes. 1, 2, 3. And then you slap down and transition up to the 8, which is our next section. So, but let's focus on that section for a tad bit more. So slap, pop, pop, slap, slap, ghost, slap, pop, ghost, slap. So yeah, slap, pop, ghost, pop, ghost, pop, ghost, pop, ghost, pop, ghost, pop. So let's slow it down one more time just to make sure you got it, and then we're going to move on to the final section. And then on that final step, we move on to the next section, which is you just move up, shift up 1 fret on both strings. And do the exact same thing. So it's just 8 and 10. So we're just going to not even really dwell on this. We're just going to quickly slap it out, okay? So we're going to run this one slow again, and then we'll speed it up, and we're going to play the entire riff. Alright, let's play that a little faster. Now let's play it at full speed. Alright, now we're going to play the entirety of the riff a little slowed down so you guys can try and catch up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's speed it up a little bit. Ready? So what you hear me doing when I'm doing these pops is I'm just muting it very fast. I'm just letting go. And then making sure that I also mute it with my left hand, so it's just down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. Just let go, but then don't take your finger off. You want to just rest it, because it's almost like a harmonic. But yeah, it mutes the note. So you don't want to do that. So let's play this at full speed, and then we can move on to the final riff. Alright, let's move on to the final riff. Alright, so for this last one, it is a Rage Against the Machine song. I also demonstrated it in the last video. It is called Take the Power Back. The reason this one is where it is a few reasons. And what I want you guys to do is watch me play it, and then I'm going to give you guys a second. I want you to go down into the description below, or not the description, sorry, the comment section, and comment down why you think this is third. So, what we're going to do now is we're just going to slap this out, alright? I'm going to show you what it is, and then let me know in the comment section below why you think this is third. I'm not going to tell you. Alright, so that riff is fairly easy. I'm not going to go over the fills, because the fills are pretty self-explanatory. You can hear them in the notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over this slap riff. So, first of all, as you could probably hear, we are in drop D. So it's D-A-E-G. D-A-D-G. And yes, you can play this an octave up on the D string. But it's more fun to down tune your bass. So what you're going to do on here is it's first just 2 slaps on the D string. Just 1, 2, 1 and, because these are all 8th notes, so it's 1 and then you come up to the 8th note and you hammer on from 3 to 5. And then you pop on the 3rd of the D string. So as you can hear, there are ghost notes in there, and I'll go over all of them, and there also should be right here on the tab here, sorry, pointing there, but that's the bass, not the tab. The tab should be right here, and it should show you exactly what I mean. So it's slap, slap, then slap, hammer on, then pop on the 3 on the D string, and then back down to that 3, 5, and then pop on the 3. So in total, what it should sound like, nice and slow. And that's without most of the ghost notes. So ghost notes are fairly advanced technique, and that's really why I added this one last. Because there's a lot of ghost notes, you have to down tune your bass, and there's slapping on the A, and there's hammer-ons. So really, overall, this is the most advanced in here, but it's still not too difficult. So it is slap, 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 hammer-on, pop, hammer-on, pop. And then where those ghost notes are, let me show you. So it's slap, slap, and then right there, as you're going down for that pop, that's your first one. And then it's the same thing twice. So I'm just going to make my bass a little bit louder just so you guys can hear the notes when I hit them. So, I'm losing my balance. So here it is. So just down, down, slap, 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 and ghost note, pop, ghost note, pop. And there you go. Those are the 3 very easy bass lines that you can learn. Now, let's go talk a little bit more about slap, because there are some more details that I do want to go over with you. Alright, so as I've said in the last video, slap is a very difficult technique, so while I am here to teach you it, don't rely on it. I want you guys to be able to go and get an in-person teacher where he'll teach you how to correctly slap, 'cause I don't want you guys to get hurt. But right now, I am offering something very special, which is, you guys go to my website, link is in the description, 80bpmbassist.com. It says it right here, but you should also go down in the description, it's there. And what you'll do is go over there and subscribe to our email list. On the email list, I do have the terms to very special lessons, where if you guys feel these videos are not enough, and you want a little more, you could go join our Discord, where you can ask, and we have a couple bassists in there right now who can help you, but you're not guaranteed to get me, and even if you do get me, I might not be able to help you that much. If you guys really want more information, go join in the email list, and you can be able to read all of the terms that I'm giving right now for one-on-one video lessons. So you should go check over there, and I'll give you all of the information. Along with that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and like, and leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite song with slap bass in it is. I'd love to hear from you guys about that, because I want to make videos on other slap songs, and you guys might just give me the ideas for the next ones. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you go check out my Twitch page, link in the description. Make sure you join our Discord if you're not already. Great family in there, and we have been having some really fun streams in there. So make sure you join, and also make sure you leave a like and a comment and hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next